Have you ever been excited about an upcoming trip, only to step inside your closet to start your packing process and immediately begin to feel overwhelmed? If packing sensibly seems to be a pain point for you, you're in the right place. Because today I'm going to share 5 strategies that I use, maximize my carry-on, pack with less stress, and get to my destination knowing that I have everything I need. Welcome back, Travel Tribe. If you're new here, my name is Phaedra, but you can call me Faye. I'm the self-proclaimed travel plug and your favorite travel companion's favorite travel companion. On this channel, we talk about how to travel smarter, experience more, and make the memory without feeling overwhelmed. And packing? Well, it can begin to feel overwhelming very quickly. But those feelings stop today as we're going to explore ways to be more intentional with our packing and think about what actually makes it into the suitcase and onto the trip. Now, I'm a firm believer in practicing what I preach, so I'm going to use these tips in real time to pack for my upcoming trip to, drum roll please, Disney. Yep, you heard me right. I will be heading to the House of the Mouse in 7 days, and I'm going to pack my bag right now, today, with you. So let's get started. The first strategy is probably the biggest change you can make if you are a reformed overpacker. Stop packing clothes and start packing outfits. Believe it or not, there is a difference. When we pack clothes, we tend to think, I like this shirt. I could probably wear those pants. Ooh, this dress is cute. Let me throw these shoes in the bag just in case. And suddenly you have a suitcase full of individual pieces, but somehow you still feel like you have nothing to wear. Instead, before anything goes into your suitcase, decide, what are you actually wanting to wear? I'll be at Disney for 5 days. So before I put one item in my suitcase, I use my travel checklist to plan out my days, consider the itinerary, and what outfits I need. Pro tip, consider wearing the same outfit on your travel day and departure day if your trip is longer than 3 days. I usually wear a sweatsuit on my travel day because airports and airplanes are typically cold. Once I arrive at my destination, I take the travel outfit off and change into something that is more comfortable and appropriate for the location. For example, I plan to wear this Lululemon set as my travel outfit, but I know that this outfit is not going to be appropriate for a middle of the summer, August day in Florida. So once I arrive to my villa, I would change into something more comfortable like a lightweight dress or shorts and a tank top, depending upon what other activities we have planned for that evening. The next thing to consider is packing with a color palette or scheme in mind. Now, does that mean I am saying that you should pack all black clothing? No, not at all. I'm saying to think about how to pack neutral color outfits that can be mixed and matched with several other pieces. It's almost like playing clothing Tetris. You should be able to pair your shorts with 2 to 3 different tops. So here you can see my neutral bottoms are black and denim, and I also have a pair of green bottoms. I think chartreuse is the technical term. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if I said that right. But anyway, I also have 5 different shirts that I can wear with these pants. Now, as you can see, these shirts are either solids or neutral tone, and they will go with either pair of these bottoms. The goal is to be a maximized minimalist. You know, doing the most and the least all at the same time. Maximize minimalist. That kind of has a nice ring to it, huh? I might need to put that on a t-shirt. Okay, I'm getting off track. What was I saying? Oh yeah, pack outfits, not clothes. So by me doing this with the shirts and the bottoms, I have a choice of 15 outfit combinations that I can put together without overpacking my suitcase. Which takes me to strategy number 3, limit overpacking your shoes. Shoes are an item that can and will quickly take over your suitcase. If you watch my 7 travel mistakes video, you know I tell a story of how I packed 12 pair of shoes for a 3-day cruise. Yes, I know. I had to learn the hard way, but I'm much better now and here for you to learn from my mistakes. So let's take a look at the shoes I plan to pack for Disney. First, I have my walking shoes, and these shoes will also be the shoes that I wear with my airport outfit. And remember, I'm wearing this fit to my destination, and I'm also going to put it on whenever I'm traveling back home. Now, let me tell you about these shoes. They are super cute. I got them from H&M for like $25. Y'all, I plan to walk the soul off of these shoes, okay? Super cute, comfortable. For a day at Disney, absolutely. We'll be wearing them. I have a pair of sandals that I plan to wear. And again, they are neutral tone. So they will go with any outfit that I could possibly put together based upon the options that I'm bringing with me. I am a reformed overpacker. So to give myself guardrail, how many pairs of shoes I pack for a trip, I try to implement the 2 will do rule. However, I don't consider my water shoes or my room slippers in that count because they are both for very specific reasons. I always pack room slippers and water shoes if I'm going to be doing an activity in or around the pool. Now that I think about it, I wonder if that toggles the line of me having an excuse to pack more than 2 pairs of shoes. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Does that sound like an excuse Or am I being reasonable? Now, once you know what outfits and shoes you're taking, the next strategy is considering how to prevent these items from taking over your entire suitcase, which takes us to strategy number 4, using packing and or compression cubes. Now, let me be the first to say I love packing cubes. I really do. But they are not an item that magically makes your suitcase twice as big. What they do well is help you keep your suitcase organized and control how much you're packing. I like to categorize my cubes. I use one for undergarments, pajamas, and socks, and one for tops and swimsuits. Sometimes I will use my cube for bottoms and dresses, but lately I've just been laying them in the frame of the suitcase as a way to maximize space. Now again, I've been an overpacker for most of my life, so I allow this cube to be my guardrail, meaning once the cube is full, the category is full. I may have a desire to pack 4 swimsuits for a trip, but if I can only get 2 into the cube after all other essentials have been added, then I can only take 2 swimsuits on the trip with me. It's my way of becoming a better packer and integrating self-control, because old me would say, girl, just throw those 2 bathing suits into your personal bag. But once you know better, you're charged to do better. Say it with me. Know better, do better. Very good. Now, although packing cubes and compression cubes are both ways to organize your suitcase, they are a bit different. Compression cubes remove air. So although it's physically possible to fit more into a compression cube than you may be able to in a packing cube, you need to realize that that may also make your suitcase very heavy. The thing to remember is compression cubes remove excess air. They do not remove the weight. So if you're traveling on an airline that has weight restrictions for their carry-ons, you may need to purchase a weight indicator to check your luggage to make sure that it's not over the limit. And speaking of limit, it's a perfect segue into my last strategy that I use to maximize traveling with my carry-on. Decanting my toiletries. Now, I'll be the first to say, before I started flying, I was the girl that carried full-size toiletries everywhere, from lotion to shampoo, Vaseline, and everything in between. However, between TSA protocols and trying to find a way to be a more efficient traveler, I've come to realize that travel-size toiletries are the real hack. Now, I travel with this leak-proof pouch that contains my facial cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, deodorant, and hair product. I also decant my favorite fragrances that prevent me from carrying large bottles of perfume on my trips. And I even grab travel-size Lysol, Poopery, Clorox wipes, and Audubon to make sure that my travel feels organized. Doing this, no matter the mode of transportation that you're taking, gets you in the habit of packing smaller quantities and helps to reduce anxiety and take the think work out of you standing in the pre-check line, having to stop and think to yourself, I wonder if my liquid items are TSA compliant. Now, I promised 5 strategies, but if you're still here with me, I feel it's only right to reward your endurance by providing a bonus strategy. The catch-22 is, I'm not sure if you're really going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Leave a bit of empty space in your carry-on. The bag that leaves for the trip is not the bag that returns from the trip. You know we love a good souvenir or shopping excursion while on vacation. And you need to have somewhere to put all of those items. So as my mama would say, don't pack your bag to the gills. I know what you're thinking. Leaving empty space in the bag just feels wrong, right? Maybe I could add those 2 swimsuits that wouldn't fit inside my compression cube. No, don't. Leave the empty space and reward your usage of self-control by buying something to fill it. So as you pack for your next adventure, remember, consider the itinerary and pack outfits that can be rotated amongst each other. Coordination is key. Limit your shoes. 2 will do, but you can also add in slippers and water shoes. That's fine. Downsize your toiletries and leave a little room to bring a piece of the trip back home with you. Notice, none of these strategies involve sitting on a suitcase and trying to zip it, because the goal isn't to force more things into a smaller space. The goal is to pack smarter. And that's what I'm hoping that you take from this video. Carry-on travel doesn't have to feel restrictive, and it is very possible even for trips longer than a weekend. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with your travel bestie. And if you're looking for a way to put your new packing strategies into action by planning your next getaway, I've linked my travel consultancy business in the description below. Reach out to me so that I can help you curate your next memory. I'm also interested in knowing what are some of your favorite travel destinations. Drop them in the comments below, as I'm looking for 2 destinations to add to my travels before the year ends. Until next time, pack smart, travel well, and make the memory. Mwah.